You have Peyton Manning's group and you have John
Hmm.
Elway's group vying for, ownership of the Denver Broncos. How does the NFL do this with the bids, approving the sale of? Does it go to
Hmm.
Elway's group or Peyton Manning's group?
It's like I would say this. Looking at the way that these things have been handled, in my time covering the league, at least, a big piece of this becomes like who the owners want in their club. And, generally when you look at these big decisions that are made, and it's great to have a guy like Peyton Manning on board or John Elway on board, but what the league really wants is like a billionaire who can invest back into the league. And that's what David Tepper was. David Tepper has endless resources. And there were other bidders. David Tepper wasn't, I don't believe he was the high bidder on the Panthers. But like the league saw it as, we want to have this guy in our club. This guy's going to be able to invest back, and he's going to be a great resource in the room when we're talking about like big picture league matters. You look at the way the LA process went. Stan Kroenke, like, did the Rams have the best case for leaving their city? No. The Raiders and Chargers both had better cases for leaving their city. But who was going to be able to build something spectacular in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Who was going to be able to invest the most? It was Stan Kroenke. And so, like, I know what you're saying, Dan. Like, and we're all going to kind of latch on to, Elway's involved with these guys, Manning's involved with those guys. I think more likely than anything else is that the NFL is going to be focused on whichever billionaire is funding the whole thing. And like, it's like, who has
But
the deepest
but
pockets?
I would want to keep Manning on ESPN. I think it's better for the league that
Yeah.
he's a broadcaster analyst. I know that he has a bigger picture here and wants to be an owner, but
Yeah.
as you're saying, it's not about who you are, the name recognition. It's what's the value you bring to this process with the other owners here.
Right.
Uh,
And I mean, Manning is interesting because I think Manning does want to be involved on the football side, where Elway, that ship has already sort of sailed. Like, he was, willing and ready to hand the baton off to George Payton in Denver. Uh, Manning's interesting just because I know, like, when he went to Denver, one of the perks for him was like the idea of getting to see John Elway do it. And, he's always been really interested in like the transactions of the NFL and the way a team is built. And so, I'm with you. Like, I think like the league would probably look at it and say like there's value in Manning in different areas. And I don't think we've seen like the full breadth of what, Manning's like second act in the NFL is going to be.
yeah.
But certainly, yeah, like you see, like he could be a really good broadcaster. There's no question about that. Or like he could wind up being a John Elway style team builder. I think both those things are in play for him.